Coming to the floor from the 7th Annual SVG College Sports Summit, Brandon Costa from SVG, having the pleasure of being joined right now by Scott Rinehart, who is the chairman of this year's event. Scott, thanks so much for all of the help that you helped contribute as far as designing this program. Thanks for everything you've done for SVG over the years.
My pleasure. It's a great organization, and it's great to have all of our colleagues from the college world here to be together and to talk and to share everything that we know.
So when you decided to take on the role of chairman this year, what were some of your goals that you hope to accomplish and something to make this year's event a little bit different?
Yeah, there were really two things that I thought were on my mind. The first was the chance for everybody that's in the college world to be able to share what they know. It seems like this group, when I came into the college side, this was the group that was really the MacGyvers within their university. They always found a way to get it done.
Yeah.
And the ability to share that I thought was really important, and we're really being able to do that. And the second thing is professional development. So many young people here that need to learn from people that have been around a while. All these great vendors are really smart, and it's a chance for the folks, for the younger kids to learn and to do better in their jobs for the future.
As far as one of your specialties is concerned, it's been asset management, storage. Obviously a huge challenge for a lot of people at this event. I mean, it could be anything from just external hard drives and plastic bins on shelves, and that's the extent of it. So it can be a very daunting first step. What are your tips for someone who wants to improve that workflow and improve their archival in some way?
Well, that's a really complicated question that colleges are just now starting to struggle with. The professional sports have been doing it for a while, but here in the college world, you know, the days of living within those USB drives and, oh, I know where that shot is, like we used to do with tape, it just doesn't work anymore. There's too many collaborative projects that are happening, too many deliverables going out to different places. So my advice to folks is really just to take the time to get started. You know, find a champion within your group that will help you get funding to get started. Just get started, make some mistakes because you're going to, because everybody does it along the way, because there is no out-of-the-box solution. And then just keep trying and keep working forward, because at the end of the day, I feel like we really owe it to our future generations. We're spending all the time streaming these events out, we're recording them. That's all great, it's wonderful for today, but I'm thinking more along in 30, 40 years.
Sure.
You know, because we don't know what's going to happen to these student athletes in the future. You may have a student athlete that's a second team soccer player that ends up being president of the United States someday,
right.
Or the chairman of a Fortune 500 company. That's when that footage becomes really valuable, and the problem is we don't know when that is yet. So just get started on asset management so somebody down the road will thank us for it.
Well, as a lead technologist at Fighting Irish Digital Media at the University of Notre Dame, you're working at one of the premier sports production operations in this industry. So what's this past year been like for you, and what's new at FIDM?
I got to tell you, first of all, I'm very fortunate to be at the University of Notre Dame. It's a wonderful place to be, working with a lot of folks that really have a lot of vision for the future. So that is really a wonderful thing. For us internally at Fighting Irish Digital Media, the biggest thing for us has really been the collaboration that we've been able to have amongst, not just within athletics, but to reach out onto the academic side and to help other people with their projects. So a couple of examples is we had a 29-hour Notre Dame Day project, 29-hour webcast, working with the development team. So we worked as part of that. We did a Mother's Day prayer service that we streamed for them using our technology and athletics to help out. And we're starting to become a resource for folks, or asking questions. And I think that's where we're really showing a lot of value within our university to kind of help us advance the story of Notre Dame, not just within athletics, but any way that we can.
Great. All right, and lastly, here at the SVG College Sports Summit, you've been a proponent and been attending SVG events, even back to your pro days at NASCAR. What is it about this specific event that you think is important for the industry to know about, be a part of, and be here in Atlanta?
Sure. Probably for me, the biggest thing is professional development for the folks here. Like you said earlier, a lot of the attendees here are young college graduates with not a lot of breadth of experience. They know how to do things, but that broad industry experience is really important. And that's where our vendor friends come in. There's a lot of knowledge in this room, not just amongst the vendors, but also amongst some of the veterans in the college industry. And the chance to share that information and the chance for these young folks to be able to to learn from that and to make their world better, to get their professional development so that they can step into leadership roles. I think that's the most important thing here.
That's great. All right, Scott. Well, it's been a fantastic event so far, and we really, again, thank you so much for your help on this year's program. Can't thank you enough.
Anytime. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right, for more coverage of the SVG College Sports Summit, visit svgcollege.com, sportsvideo.org, and you can follow the event on Twitter at #SVGCollege.